Welcome to this edition of Momentum. I am your guest host, Angela Verdell, and I am happy today to be joined by Dr. Nashlie Sephus. She's joining us today, and we are just excited to have her be here today. So welcome, Dr. Sephus.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going really good. It's even better now that I'm seeing you. I am so excited to have this opportunity to talk to you and just catch up a little bit on the things that you've been doing. You've been doing some phenomenal things, and so I could not wait to have you here and be able to pick your brain a little bit, quite honestly. So thank you for joining me, and there's a lot that I know that you have to share, so we're just going to jump right in and get started. So I know that you have the Beampad underway. I know that you have the tech hub that you're trying to develop in your hometown of Jackson, Mississippi, and then the work that you're doing with Amazon. Let's just start with the Beampad. Tell us a little bit about the Beampad, what it is, and what it is that you hope to accomplish with that initiative.
Right. So I have, well, first of all, I love the Christmas tree that you all have set up there. It really puts me in the mood.
Yes.
I would say my day job is applied science manager at Amazon Web Services in artificial intelligence. But there's so much that I love to do outside of that to help impact communities around me. And so, as you mentioned, the Beampad is a nonprofit that I started about 2 years ago, based in Jackson, Mississippi, which is where I'm from, born and raised. And essentially what we do is we do free tech help for people in the community, free one-on-one tech help. And so we used to host these tech office hours in the local libraries in the Jackson area, and people could come and ask questions about, hey, I need a new website, or I want to know how to start coding and what's the best route to start taking. Sometimes people have ideas for tech startup companies of their own, and they would come in and get help from us. And we were several tech experts from all different areas, whether it be AI or app development or web development, mentoring, things like that. And so after COVID, of course, we started doing everything online and started hosting a virtual workshop as well every second Saturday. And all of them are on our website, but we have different speakers come and talk about how to start your own tech company, how to stay safe and use technology to your advantage during this COVID time that we're in. We also have helped people create their own websites and develop apps, both with code and without code. So there's a lot of options out there.
You said something that I really want to make sure that I jump on. You said you counsel and confer with people about starting their own startup tech initiatives. I know you did that. You had that opportunity. Will you please share with our viewers about your startup experience and how that kind of led you to where you are now?
Sure. So I was the Chief Technology Officer, the CTO, for an Atlanta-based startup called PartPick. And what we did was we wrote these algorithms that allowed you to take a picture with your phone of a part. It could be like a replacement part, a screw, a nut, a bolt, or a washer. And our algorithms would identify the objects in the image. We would say, hey, this is a hex bolt. It's 2 inches long. It's a ½ inch base diameter, threads per inch, 15 stainless steel finish. Yeah. And so we created that app, and we had a team of about 10 people. And I remember presenting for a conference back in May of 2016. It was actually in Boston. It was an AI computer vision conference. And so when I presented, as soon as I came down those steps, the guy from Amazon approached me and he said, hey, we really like what you're doing. Can we talk some more? And that ended up, a lot of due diligence. We ended up actually selling the company to Amazon back in November of 2016. And so I've been at Amazon for 4 years now.
Very good, very good. You know, I'm thinking back on when I first met you as a high school senior, and you were in pursuit of coming here to Mississippi State in the College of Engineering. And at that time, I knew you were a go-getter. I knew you were going to do something great, and you have not failed. You have done some phenomenal things. So in addition to Amazon and the Beampad, the nonprofit organization. Talk to me just a little bit, share with our viewers a little bit about the Technology Hub, and why did you decide to do that in Jackson, Mississippi?
Yeah, so well, first of all, we're calling it the Jackson Tech District. Our website, by the way, the Beampad website, if you want to check that out, is thebeampath.org. But the Jackson Tech District website is jxntechdistrict.com. And you can go on there, you can see renderings. It's basically a 12-acre mixed-use development project, and will include on a nonprofit side as well as a for-profit side. And the nonprofit side will incorporate a lot of what the Beampad is already doing, as along with a makerspace building where you can use 3D printers, woodworking equipment, pretty much go in and make anything. We'll also have an incubator for entrepreneurship spaces and entrepreneurs. We'll have a conference and training center, as well as an event and venue center. And on the for-profit side, because when you bring the techies out and then
Right,
families and people out, you want to make sure they have something to do as
right.
well. So we're going to have restaurants, retail. We'll even have housing lofts there. And we're really looking forward to really just bringing people back to a city, an area that's been abandoned the majority of my life. And so by purchasing this land, and by the way, we're adding on to it as well. We're under contract for some of the adjacent lots. But by controlling that whole face of that part of town in Jackson, Mississippi, it's really passionate for me because, I'm from there, and it's the capital city. And I believe that, a lot of capital cities that I've lived all across the country, they're usually the leaders. And so I would like Mississippi to really take charge in exposing people to technology, to fill in the tech gap, starting with Jackson, Mississippi.
Right, right. That's really good. Being able to put that right in the heart of downtown Jackson. I had an opportunity to go online and to look at the renderings, and I think that's going to be a tremendous asset to the area. You talked a little bit about reaching out to the community and helping with tech questions. How are you seeing the community receive what it is that you're trying to offer in terms of tech? Some people shy away from tech, and I'm just wanting to understand, how are you making this more relatable to people on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, so I think one piece of that is a lot of people don't have anyone to talk to about technology. They don't have anyone in their networks. Some communities actually don't even have access to internet in some communities, especially in the Mississippi Delta area.
Right.
And you think about, the kids, especially now with all the virtual learning, and how people who were once behind are getting further and further behind. And so we try to put ourselves into the community, fill that gap, and say, we can be that person that you can go to for tech help and expertise and guidance. We also want to make sure people know that, techies come in all shapes, sizes, and colors.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to say, that I am I'm happy and sad to say that I am one of very few Black females, applied scientists at Amazon, for example, that does artificial intelligence out of like 1,000 people. And I think it's really important for me to show up in the community and say, hey, I did it. You could do it too. And really just in terms of underrepresented groups, I think that, we really speak volume whenever we show up. And just by showing up and saying, hey, I'm applied scientist, I have a computer engineering degree. I'm with the Mississippi State, one of the best engineering programs. And I think it really speaks volumes. People say, even if they never thought about doing that before, when they
Right.
see me, it at least makes them want to look it up or at least explore it a little bit more.
Exactly, and I can imagine that when people see you, they understand that it's doable. That being an engineer, being a scientist, being a techie is very doable. You graduated from the College of Engineering in what year?
I finished Mississippi State in 2007.
Right. So did you think, 13 years from that time, that you would be sitting here where you are today, with all of this experience, having traveled all over the country, the world, and spoken in front of thousands and thousands of people? Did you think then that you would be where you are now?
So that's easy. No. I knew that, I was passionate about computers and computer engineering. I was actually also passionate about music and still am, but I decided to, go to Mississippi State for computer engineering, and it has just blown me away ever since. Like every opportunity, um, I really enjoyed my time at State. I studied abroad in France and South Korea. I co-opted, I interned, I
Yes.
did all of it. I did whatever you got, I wanted. And
Right.
that's what I took advantage of. And I definitely recommend, any students out there, take advantage of these opportunities. I know it's kind of hard now with COVID, but find something to get into, find something to enhance your education. It's all what you make it.
Absolutely.
And so, of course, I went on and ended up getting my PhD from Georgia Tech, and being the CTO of a startup company, getting acquired by Amazon, starting a nonprofit, that impacted so many people back at home, and now building a huge tech hub. Even within Amazon, I focus on uh, fairness and mitigating biases
Yes.
in AI technologies,
Right.
which is a huge role. I've even spoken to members of Congress on behalf of Amazon on Capitol Hill, and that's a huge responsibility.
Right.
I'm actually one of very few artificial intelligence spokespersons from Amazon, and so I think it sounds crazy, but I always surprise myself.
Well, look,
Even.
you have truly been an inspiration to everybody who knows you and people who Google you and look you up, and they love your story, and I love your story. But I do know that you have a new venture on the horizon that you are partnering up to do. Talk to me pretty quickly about that so that our viewers can understand that too.
So, well, is this the Atlanta?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So, we are creating a makerspace. We're calling it Kit Labs in Atlanta, Georgia. Kit stands for Knowledge, Information, Technology, and Tools. And we're creating this space. We're actually just a mile away from Georgia Tech on, if you're familiar with the Atlanta area, North Avenue. It's like one of the central streets in the
Yeah.
down between downtown and midtown area. And we're creating a space to really enhance and expose people to technology. We have 3D printers. We also have video recording rooms. We have
I'm
podcast
telling
recording
you,
rooms, private
Dr.
offices.
Cephus, you have so much going. We are so happy that you know, are doing what you're doing, that you've come back to share with us. You are inspiring a new generation of women and underserved people to get out into the world and pursue technology. So thank you so much for joining us today. We thank you for sharing your story, and we thank all of our viewers for tuning in for this edition of Momentum. Until next time, take care.